All right, everyone, how about 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me? It looks like, ask the universe what it wants to tell you. Well, it looks like there's a King of Wands. There's a Burger King. This is old energy. This is like the energy I used to get back when I first got here to YouTube. So this might be, for some of you, your original runner. I know I sometimes say family member, could be a family member you have a soul connection with, or a friend or something. It could still be, but this feels familiar to me. This is the Burger King. Gotta have it their way. Somebody here who doesn't want to be vulnerable, doesn't want any complications, wants to run, used to low-hanging fruit, you're high-hanging fruit, you scare the crap out of them, okay? So what's the universe want to tell you about this fucker? Well, it's crossed by the King of Swords, the Ace of who holds the Ace of Swords. There's the Ace of Swords, and there's the Strength card. I think somebody's finally, it's temporary energy. Ace of Cups, it's temporary, okay? It is, it seals back up. But I think somebody's finally got the balls to come talk to you. There you are, the Queen of Pentacles. I got a chatty Burger King here. And I think they chatting some truth. Now, why is this special? Because this is a very special energy, because I think this is someone that doesn't normally show up in our readings. In other words, it is that long lost kind of, it feels like a long lost energy. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. Whoever this is, they're not the person from the, it doesn't feel like the energy from the soulmate journey reading, or this feels like I'm sitting here in April of 2021 in the early first couple of months of Steve's Love Tarot, and this is the energy that's here. That's what it feels like, right? It just feels like that. Let's see where we go. I recognize this energy, but it's, wow, haven't seen you in a while kind of thing. This specific energy. I think somebody got some truth for you, maybe. Or you find out about it secondhand. I don't know. It's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you. Hope you heard that. But if you're here for a reason. It could just be one thing I say, whether it's related to your reading or not. I don't know. I say the darndest things. People come to me for advice for all sorts of crap, like fucking Dear Abby in my life. Fucking kidding me? It's timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. All right, what do we get here? Okay. You ready? And the Four of Wands is the environmental energy. Fueling that is the Hermit. This is someone you might have thought at some time you had a future with. Can I just phrase it like that without using the word marry or anything like that? Somebody you thought you had a future with at some point in the past. Okay? I get sort of a, I thought you'd always be around energy. Don't remember losing track of you. You were always dancing in and out of you. I guess I thought you'd always be around. It's a line from a Jackson Browne song, one of my favorites. The Dancer. But it makes sense. It's good. It fits. It's an old energy. You thought at one time. All right. Well, that's crossing the center card I pull. You ready? Justice, the Chariot, and the Emperor. What did I tell you? What did I tell? Why am I your second favorite? First of all, major, major, major. Four of Wands is almost major, and there's a major fueling it. It's all fucking major arcana. This is the big one, right? This is the big one, Lamont. Right, Fred Sanford. Right, okay, if you're too young to know who Fred Sanford is, fuck you. Okay, I was just a little kid. I saw it in reruns. Anyway, I was in a band in high school. We used to do a heavy metal version of the Sanford and Son theme. People loved it. I don't know why. It works. It has kind of a anyway. Justice, Chariot, Emperor, base energy, Chariot, soulmate cycle, Cancerian energy. All right. I don't joke about anything that's not in the reading. That's an old memory. I hadn't thought about that in a long time. That old Sanford. I don't even know if I remember how to play it. That's wild. You haven't thought about this person. Well, I won't say that. I'm sure you thought about them. But you didn't think, this is someone you, again, what did I say? My quote from Jackson Browne. Right? I don't remember losing track of you. You were always dancing in and out of you. I guess I thought you'd always be around. Right? It's a bit of that. Now you didn't always. They were dancing in and out of you. But this is a powerful. This is the Emperor. This is that same energy that was here when I first got here. Here's justice. Let's find out what's going on. Let's clarify justice randomly at the bottom of the witches, by the way. Let's do this. Let's clarify justice, because that's what it's saying to do. All right, here we go. Six of Cups, crossing justice. Fueling the Six of Cups, the King of Wands, Burger King. Of course, because here he is over here. This is a Burger King. It's reflecting, it's all four kings, the Emperor, but it's just reflecting King of Wands. There he is. Again, you get it. This person, all it's saying with the Six of Cups and the environmental energy is this person's returning and you get a shot. You get a chance to finalize something that was never finalized. Find out something that you didn't find out before. Now, again, this could be they're not returning physically. This could be you hear something about the person. I'm just reading energy, all right? But still, it's really cool. The energy is making me smile. So I think it's really cool. I think it's a good thing for you. It closes out an era of some kind. Do I think you end up with this person and you live happily ever after because of the Four of Wands and the Chariot? No, this is just the base energy. It's saying at one time you thought you had a future with this person. And again, you don't remember, losing track, blah, blah, blah. Okay? In and out of you, yeah, I get it. Here they come. I mean, find out something. For some of you, they do physically show up. Okay? What's on top? Or they become a thing again for you. That's possible too. They become a full-time thing. All right? You start dreaming about them again. You start looking at their picture again, whatever it was you were doing. It's almost like reliving it. Let's say it originally happened with this person in 2020, just to pick a year as an example, 5 years ago or so. Right? It doesn't matter. Don't take me literally. Right? Let's say it happened in 2020. It's like you're going back in time to that time. And it all feels the same. Okay? It's like that. Death card. Again, here they come. A triumphant return. Death, rebirth. Something that was dead, long gone, that you thought you'd never get justice on, you'd never get a judgment on, shows up. Who is it? The King of Wands. It's their idea. Somebody, this King of Wands, who we started with in the pre-shuffle, feels like they're ready to say some truth. Or it's time for you to find out some truth. Either way, this is major arcana. All right? Why is that here? The Five of Pentacles. Again, why is the Death card here? Because this was dead. This was done. I said in past tense. Somebody you once thought you had some kind of future with. The Four of Wands, which leads to 10 Pentacles. Alright? So, is this very specific? I doubt it. I think you either they show up or you find out something. Whatever it is, I can tell you straight up, it makes you happy to find out. It offers you some closure. It offers you something. It relives a moment, but you smile about that moment on some level. Okay? That's the way I feel it. Could be wrong, but that's the way I feel the energy, and I have to translate feelings into words. Let's pull on the Emperor. Why is that here? Tell me about it. Crossed by the Knight of Cups. Look, you guys, I don't know why I'm your second favorite, but I just get it. I'm just joking. But I don't really care. But at the end of the day, look how the cards are falling. This is why I throw the cards. I don't need them. I can read the energy without cards. I don't walk around all day with cards, throwing cards. I don't do it. I don't need them. But I throw them because it has an impact. Look, showing up, showing up. Some kind of information makes its way to you from the Burger King. What's fueling this? Some kind of information makes its way to you, Empress, from the Burger King. Knight of Cups crossing the Emperor. Coming to talk to the Empress. This is a divine connection for you. You two are a divine couple. Maybe they figured that out. Maybe they figured out that you're not going anywhere. Maybe this person, Maybe this person finally figured out what you always knew, that you guys were always going to be connected. I don't know. Maybe you find that out. I have no idea. But they become a thing again. Can I phrase it that way? What's on top? 9 of Swords. 9's at the end in tarot, but there is anxiety here. Why is that here? 10 of Pentacles. Somebody's having some trouble in their life. It may be trouble you predicted. Could be for some of you. I know when I've been in deep soul connections with people and they've been the runner, right? I know that I've predicted things. I've said things to them. I said, well, he's probably going to do it again, or blah, blah, blah. And of course, you know, they always come back to tell you were right, you know, because they're upset. Or you always find out that you were right somehow. The information will make its way to you, because when you're in a deep soul connection, we're talking Emperor and Empress here. The energy's on a loop. It's on a cycle. It just keeps going around and around and around through this lifetime, and then in the next lifetime, and then in the one after that, etc., etc. So it always makes its way back to you. It's just sometimes we don't know. This is, you know. This is all screaming, you know. Okay? It shows up. You either get direct communication from this person, they're ready to tell some truths, or you find out that things aren't going well at home. Okay? What's the bridging energy here? Ace of Pentacles. This is the pinnacle pentacle of this 10 of Pentacles. Somebody's a little worried. Somebody wants a new beginning. Somebody wants out of their 10 of Pentacles here. I know that because we have to take the context. We have to take 9 swords plus 10 pentacles equals Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's worried. Somebody here is up all night. Somebody's unhappy with their 10 pentacles. And I can tell you, it's been a long time coming. I'll throw a couple more. It's been a long time coming. Somebody's ready to get that water, Knight of Pentacles. This was always going to happen and you knew it. Like I said, I just got done. I don't joke about anything that's not, or tell you about anything that's not in the energy. I just got done saying what I said. I said, they're going to do it again. You always make predictions to somebody that's running because you want them to realize you were right. You know, you want them to know that. You want to say some things that need to be said. You said something to this person that was always going to come true. Or if you didn't, this was always going to come true anyway. Doesn't matter whether you did or you probably did. Or you made them see something, one or the other. Queen of Cups, a Desert Queen. Somebody here realizes their cup is empty standing on the shore with this pentacle. They're going in the water. All right? And in case that didn't get you, there's a tower. Somebody's life is falling apart. You're going to find out about it. They're coming. They're ready to tell you some truth. It's probably falling apart because they have feelings for you. Okay? They do. Straight up. I know they do. I can feel that off the Queen of Cups. You're in that water. I'm going to ask a specific question. Now, when I ask a specific question, it's very specific, meaning it's not going to be for the answer isn't going to be for all of you. But for a few of you, you're going to want to know what I find out here. I quoted Jackson Brown. I said, and I quote, right? I don't remember losing track of you. You were always dancing in and out of view. Right? I guess I thought you'd always be around. Why did you lose track? Why did the energy fade and dance in and out of view? Why didn't it just stay there the whole time? Right? That's what I'm asking. That's the question. I'm going to pull it on top of the Chariot. Actually, I'm not. It's not really related to the Chariot. I'm just going to pull it here. I'm going to pull it below the Chariot. The Chariot represents the soulmate cycle here for sure. It's part of your journey. This person's a huge part of your journey because it's represented by 4 wands and a hermit. So, and you're the king. You're the emperor and empress. And again, I always say judgment doesn't come out for a bang in a bar parking lot. The universe doesn't bring shit back. Rebirth. That's just bullshit. This is some serious shit. And I meant what I said at the beginning. It feels like I'm pulling a reading in April of 2021. It really does. The Devil, the Knight of Wands, in and out, right? In and out energy. And the soulmates, the 2 of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles right here. I doubt it was you. Maybe it was. Maybe a part of this is you. Okay? But why were they? Yeah, I never thought. I don't remember losing track of you. You know, you're always dancing in and out of you. Why? Why? Why did we have to lose track at all? Why wasn't it just there? Here's the in and out energy. Here's the 3 pentacles. Somebody needed to, I think it's them, they needed to go sow their royal oats. They needed to go on a journey. They needed to see some things for themselves. Inevitable things, I suppose. They needed to see some things for themselves. They needed a tower to fall. They needed to feel the lack of love. They needed this. They needed to notice that you're not around. You're not like, they're not spying anymore. You're not around. You guys have gone your separate ways, yet they still every day think about you. I get this a lot with the Leo soap opera, for example, and I'm just, you don't have to take me literally, you know. I'm just catch my drift. But in the Leo soap opera in particular, everything that person does, in the toxic relationship, the runner, everything they do is they think of how would it affect my viewer on the other side, the person they ran from. And it's amazing. I don't care if they're buying soap at the store. That the soap reminds them of you. Okay? It's a little of that here. This person had to see for themselves. All right? This tells me very clearly, because these two are read together, that's the base energy. But this tells me, so this is the in and out energy, in and out of you, right? You're always dancing in and out of you. Yeah, they were. It's good. It's good for the connection. It's fine. But this tells me very clearly that they didn't believe you as soulmates. They didn't buy it. They were afraid of the fact that you might be. I could phrase this 100 different ways. At its core, they didn't want to believe that you were soulmates, or they didn't believe you were. They villainized it in some way. They were afraid you might be. Take it however it resonates, but those energies are crystal clear. They had to see for themselves. So, why is it coming back now? We have to ask, right? Again, also, in and out of you, while they were out of you, nothing they did really worked out. 5 of Wands fueling the 3 of Pentacles. It's one of those things that just had to happen. But I want to pull on the 2 of Cups before we go. Tell me about the 2 of Cups. I'm going to clarify it. Why now? So why are we coming together now? Why all of a sudden now are we coming back in? And it's interesting for those that do watch the Leo soap opera, which I think is about half the people that should be, by the way. And I'm the guy that pulls the readings and the energy, so I fucking know. This was a dominant card in that last reading, wasn't it? Knight of Wands. I'm just saying, there's some reason I pulled that as an example. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be part of the Leo soap opera, but some of that energy is here. All right. 2 of Cups. I'm just saying. 2 of Cups. Why now? Just out of curiosity. I don't know if I'm going to get an answer. 2 of Wands, because they can. Because somebody... Why now? Because somebody's got set their intention to do this. Somebody has said, fuck it. I can't take it anymore. Somebody's made plans. Somebody can now turn in another direction. I don't know. What's on top? The Queen of Pentacles. Wow, they see your value. Why is that here? The 2 of Pentacles. Somebody finally made a decision. I got 2 Pentacles. I got 1. Somebody finally made a decision about you. Somebody finally who was holding on to your energy round and round and round and round. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Steve would be so disappointed I sleep with this much clothes. I am. Oh God. Right? Somebody finally made a decision. It got too hot not to. Got too hot to handle. And somebody basically here, what I get is, oh fuck it, we are soulmates. So, this is that old energy. And they coming to give. 6 of Pentacles, yeah. This is that old energy. I mean, I feel like I am given a reading. I am given a reading in April of 2021. This energy is so familiar to me. This is the energy, and it's funny because it was the Emperor, not the actual King of Wands, but in the early days of Steve's Love Tarot, when I created the Burger King character, if you will, it was off of an Emperor card. And I said the Emperor is all 4 kings. But this one's just reflecting mostly King of Wands. It's the Burger King. They got to have it their way, right? You know, narcissist, run, afraid to be vulnerable. They just got to have everything their way. They expect you to come to them, even though the onus is on them because they ran from you. It's that same energy. This is the same. We at the same Burger King we were at then. Okay, it is. It's massive. So again, if this reading's not for you, it's not for you. But this is for, but if you're here, I mean, this is very, very cool. Very interesting. It was always going to, it's interesting too, where is it? With the Knight of Pentacles here, this catastrophe, their life not working out, was always going to happen. We were always going to be at this point. Why? Because if nothing else, that fucking horse needed water. Okay, we need water, the horse needs water, we were always going to end up back at the fucking water. And right now, they could use some. It's a little dry, they're a little parched. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best. Pay attention to any readings I pull. I imagine this energy will slip around in and out of it. Especially maybe the full, is it the full moon reading I got coming up? I think maybe. I would pay attention to the full moon reading. I don't know why. I just think some of this energy might slide in there. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyway, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.